button. Get the countdown rolling. Ah, there we go. Snap, crackle, pop. Trying to figure out how to shut off the pre-roll ads. I gotta get the whole ad situation figured out. Let's get this all queued up here. Ice pack on the neck. Wait a minute, did I update the category?
It says you're in music.
Oh, that's good enough. It's good enough. Holy shit, I got a lot of views on the Doom. In the Age of Empires? What the fuck happened? Alright, let me get the vocal, the visualizer going. Cool. That works out pretty nice. Like my beard's extra weird. My beard is extra weird. Oh boy. Pull up the video. The fuck were those the people in that first act? What were they called?
Well, not the Doors, because they played towards the end.
Yeah, the Doors played last. That band from fucking...
Dude, I did not know he had that keychain.
Oh, isn't that badass, the Doors ticket? Isn't that
Right.
cool? You actually gave...
Yeah,
I got
dude.
those and gave those to my dad a long time ago. And then my dad gave those to Ethan whenever we moved in at the house here.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking sick.
I thought it was pretty fucking dope for sure. I'm glad you liked it.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be a meta stream. It's going to be Stone talking about Stone. Live.
Dude, not many people like the Doors nowadays, so you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, people are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Face cola when you're alone. I'm surprised I have a voice at all. Oh, I need to update this computer. Really? Hang on. Trying to get the damn...
Oh yeah, the new Windows update rolled out last night. The wife got it today. I got mine last night.
Okay, I haven't updated the streaming computer yet, but...
Gotcha.
I've upgraded the music computer. The foot pedal computer. This is an i5-10 series. It's an i5-10 laptop series, but you know, should do with the pedal stuff enough. I'll be honest with you though. I hope, you know, like a real i5-10 series, like from a desktop computer version. I hope it behaves better than this fucking thing.
Oh, dude, I'm sure it does.
This thing is rough. I need to get more
Especially
RAM.
for the price.
Oh yeah, yeah. You could definitely get a better get than this. Let me see if the phone camera charge up.
I mean, 64 gigs of G-Skill Trident is only 130.
Yeah.
And it's RGB.
Right. I know it's funny because normally I'm a huge bitch about that, but for the laptop, for the foot pedal computer, I don't care if it's RGB because it has that big ass case on the back of it. So.
You're like, it's literally not going to be seen.
Ever. Like.
Yeah.
However, if I put RGB in there, I'd be half tempted to like take the Sawzall, or you know what I mean, what do you call it, the Dremel, and like cut a little holes just so I can see the RGB come through. That'd be something ludicrous I would do. Of course, it is a foot pedal computer, so it's you know, I guess I could make it look a little bit more rock and roll than it is.
Right?
Is your background reacting to sound?
Doesn't need to look
Yes.
boring.
I can see your voice now.
Yes, my background is reacting sound. This is a music visualizer program I've been using. It's called Kona or something like that. So that way it has a little bit of something that goes on. It'll change every couple of minutes to something else. But it gives us a little bit of something happening in the background. Just tiny bit interesting.
Check the badge gold.
Oh, you got the gold one. Look at you.
I know. It's making me happy.
You made it to the year. Let's fucking go. Oh, that's so exciting. Bong, thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you for always hanging out.
It's got that old Windows Media Player vibe.
Is he giving you old Windows Media Player?
Dude, actually, yes.
Is that bad? I think it's good. I think it makes us all feel a little bit at home. If this makes you feel at home, you might need to take an ibuprofen. God knows I need more relief.
One said, no, it's awesome.
I like it. I think it's fun. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me get computer into. Okay. Full pedal computer's working. We need camera working. And then we can sit here and watch the stream from earlier at the concert. Okay. Let me see if I can pull the video up for this. Maybe. Cool, there's me. How's it going, everybody? Now that we're 10 minutes along, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks, geeks, mutants, and aliens and other sort of life forms, even ultra sassy robots like Frosty Tools too. Thank you all for tuning in. As always and forever, my name is Stone. But y'all know me as Joshua. Welcome to Stoneberg Streams. I'm just gonna keep fucking it up now. Why bother trying? Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm exhausted. It's been a wild, crazy 4 fucking days of nonsense.
Guys, have a great night. I gotta be up in a few hours for Socorro. Glad you got home safe.
Yeah, bro. You have a good night, sick fuck. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you had blast with the whole stream. I'm gonna be trying to get things uploaded to YouTube. I imagine that I might have some difficulty with that. So I might have to pull the videos and put it on Patreon. But for the time being, at least, we're gonna go through and watch over this. We're gonna laugh at myself and see what else we can. We're gonna respond to things. So let me get this pulled up and sorted out
It was good fun. The customers loved hearing you rock out.
here. We having a blast. That's awesome. I need to get your buddy's phone number too from that one band. That's the first thing I pull up. Frosty Toads didn't get a shout out on the live stream though. What band is this? You could say that I'm beside myself about this. The funeral portrait.
Long Water said, you looked like a nerd.
Looked like a nerd? Excuse me, bitch.
Yeah.
I
Not
always
currently.
look like a fucking nerd.
Not currently. Just
Oh, just then.
yeah. 'Cause you're like way overly dressed.
Oh, tell me about it. I look like I've been working there or some shit.
Right.
My fucking mustache is too much. It always turns into like fucking vampire fangs when I'm not expecting it to. Let me zoom in. That bummed me out. I wanted to zoom in a little closer, but the camera wasn't exactly super great on my phone. Dead ass up. More shine down. They didn't know what to do with this guy. They're like, who the fuck are you guys? Ethan's all big chillin'. We're gonna speed them up all sick. So such a sedate crowd for this town. I think part of that is the cost of alcohol was super high, so it keeps the drunkards down. Because I mean, you're paying $20 for a fucking beer. It's hard to get absolutely shithoused. And my cell phone signal still cut out in between concert sets. So, something interesting to know. Not between these guys. They didn't care, but. And you can see that. I left my phone charger with my brother. I really do speak fast as fuck in general. I don't notice it until I put myself on like time and a half or better speed, and then I'm like hauling ass. It's like, why the fuck are you talking so fast? Skip forward. It was a gorgeous fucking day outside. Oh my god, it was so nice. It's the perfect place to take it. Let's go to a metal show and take a nap.
Wherever you can, you gotta get to see it. Last time you saw Manson, you saw him throw a fit on stage, that's what it was like. Yeah, you can come visit, brother. Hey, come say hi to me. Why? 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 Hit it. Go ahead, guys. Fuck it. See that? Pinche cochino. Wait, what are you missing out on? What am I missing out on?
You're like, what's over here, man? What are you seeing?
Now you're seeing a venue with nobody to come kill you or what? No one's really opening the studio, so I kind of miss nothing. Or is it disrespectful to me? You tell me to record?
They put a.
You tell me to all your hard work and you keep disrespecting me?
That's right. You tell your goth girls thank you for that hard work that you do for this.
You're talking shit because they're flexing me and they're little haters.
All mad as fuck. There's a lot of people smoking there, surprisingly. Alright, here's actual slaughter to Prevail happening.
Let's fucking go. This is Stoneberg show. Bro, at least I'm a sexy midget. Did you get the notice about sexy midgets? Sexy midgets. There's no music in the mic.
I still didn't see no sexy midgets. I think I was lied to. I was promised sexy midgets, and sexy midgets never happened.
Deep shit. I can feel it. Feel him standing. Look at him go. It's gonna feel like here. I'm not even here for the concert. I'm here for the audience.
I'm glad I was as far back as I was, though.
Let's fucking go! Look at him get ready to go.
Oh, there was a little bit more activity than I thought that there was.
Finally figured it out. Look at that sun! Let's go!
That's a badass view, though, for slaughter to Prevail.
That's metal as fuck. Oh, I don't know.
See how tiny the crowd is right here. Like, when we compare this to when Manson's on, like just afterwards, it's day and night. And like I said, my biggest problem that I have with what's about to happen is that we barely got any slaughter to Prevail from the entire thing. They were on and they were spectacular, but they were on. I mean, we're like a minute or two into the song right now. Let's see how long total they went. This is me just. Ah! I'm like, hold the camera steady, man. Hold the camera steady. And I'm like, nope, you can't do it. I can't do it. That was the loudest thing on that whole side of the stage.
See everybody's packing in now. We got a nice big wall around us though.
I love that. It made me so happy. It's like the best thing for me is like not to be all packed in with a bunch of other people, but they're camping out a certain distance from me. The goddamn drummer's unearthly. I love it. And like half these people are here for the Manson shit. They're all fucked up on whatever and just chilling. It was such a weird mix of people to have together to play. Like he's all pissed. Yeah. It definitely, they itch like the same part in the brain that like craves Slipknot. If I wasn't shaking so much, you could have seen there's a fucking huge, and I mean, and by huge, I mean it's probably like a 30-foot, maybe 20, 30-foot solid circle of people just fucking absolutely raging in the center of the crowd. I don't know if I can pan over to where it's at again. So, how's this? Here, right in the middle of the area, directly right in front of the stage, super chill. Absolutely chill. You could have carried your baby right in the middle of that. You'd have been just fine. Right? No worries. In this section, right here, right in the middle of this, and you can't see it because I'm going to be bouncing around too much, but right inside of here, this whole area was just erupted. That's only where you take your babies if they're born in Burke. Like, that's where you put the Burke babies. They go right there, and that's where they play. Just fucking arms and flailing and all kinds of shit. See, you can barely see it right there. There's a ball that's getting yeeted, all kinds of shit. We lost video, I'll be... So you can kind of barely see it right there. I keep shaking too much. It's too much energy.
The center section of the crowd doesn't know what to do there, but here in the fucking grass, everyone loses it.
Yeah. Absolutely wicked. They weren't.
There's only so much containment that can happen.
I'm speaking about myself, of course, because you can see me losing my shit. I'm having a blast. I'm all hyping up the crowd on that side. It's just all of us. It's everybody that's like big slacker chilling. So like I said, my primary purpose in this experiment is I wanted to see how the crowd reacted to all of the different bands. That's the prime reason all of this was shot, is I wanted to see how was the crowd responding to it. How was I responding? I've never seen Slaughter to Prevail. I've never listened to one of their albums the whole way. I've literally, like, I know Alex Terrible, like, just as his personality from YouTube and shit. And I hear a lot of Slaughter to Prevail around, so I was really excited to get to kind of really experience it as like my first real deep dive is in person live, you know. And of course I'm way the fuck out in the back. But I knew I would be doing that anyways because I'm like, oh fuck no, crowd, I can't handle that.
Look at that sunset, bro. Because of you. Because of you. Guys like Nick. Let's go!
I wasn't excited not one bit. I wasn't pumped not even one bit. That fucking drummer though, like what fucking planet are you from? I kept hitting the fucking camera back and forth. Give me your best Chewbacca. Give me your best Chewbacca in chat. The poor video was so bad. I wasn't worried because I wasn't worried about capturing them. Like I said, I was wanting to see the audience and our reaction. I want to see how everybody in the entire crowd was responding to it. Is this whole thing... Yeah, I mean, God. The video quality doesn't even do it justice, so we can't even see what the crowd's actually doing. This bums me out. I don't have a way on my phone yet to record video and then tape it. But I always had a dying baddie anyways. That little tiny pit that was out there in the one section was just, they were nuts. It's all right there. Well, they're over here now in this part of the video. They're way over in this section. Just losing it. I'm having to lean against the wall like this, hold the phone right. God, they're just... Alright, so them at sunset, it actually was badass and it worked out. We didn't get their whole light show, and we didn't get any of that other production bits that would have been excellent to have with them, but they're just monstrous by themselves. I love it. It's a lot of fun. That I can tell this. Come on, man. That was so much fucking fun. Good job, Alex. Thank you, Alex. He's actually genuine, and I love that excitement in his voice. I mind you, we are watching this a little bit sped up, just to get us through the footage a little quicker. But still, man, the fucking speed and pace at which they played was beautiful. It was just passionate, fervorous. If they were playing a little bit later in the fucking day when we got more of the night, the full light show and everything, I mean, stay hydrated, folks. Especially at a show like that. Like, if I'd have been in the pit or anywhere else in that shit, I'd have had to been like, definitely drown in the water and shit. You gotta be careful getting in the pit with the fucking 8-head, though. Fucking take everybody out. Oh, Barry, stop knocking shit over. Go on. Go lay down. Go lay down. You chewed up her monkey, you violent. But yeah, they were absolutely a blast. Video doesn't, yeah, it's all blocked out. I love that they're going to edit the video anyways, and the quality of it's so fucking terrible in most of this. It's just, damn. So we haven't even been 20 minutes of them yet. Absolutely losing it. It's so much fucking fun. Yeah, I don't care who you are, where you're at, what's going on. If you have not been to a Slaughter to Prevail thing, you need to go to one of their shows. You need to fucking find a way to make it happen. You need it in your life. It's absolutely incredible. Nothing here besides my reaction does any of this any justice. I mean, obviously Nick's reaction is right there was fucking choice. Is he okay? They were just absolutely just unhinged. I loved it. I thought they were spectacular. That's probably why it's blocked out, because it couldn't be allowed to be on Twitch. Coming to think about it, there was just too much violence. The mega violence was too intense, and the camera had to block it out for your protection.
He's got the extra crispy Sprite voice. No, thank you.
The extra crispy Sprite voice. I was dead. Like, you can tell these motherfuckers grew up on Slipknot. Like a motherfucker. And it's all the right buttons. It's all the right buttons. But, like, I don't know who you could put on that same bill, too. I don't think having... Again, I don't think having them, Marilyn Manson, and Five Finger Death Punch was necessarily maybe the greatest. You know what I mean? Like, if we could have got them with... the problem is that there's no other metal acts that could pull as hard as they do. Like, Manson and Albuquerque pulls hard. You say Manson's here? I mean, look at this. It's like half the fucking town showed up. This is like chunks out of all the neighboring towns and everything that showed up here. And this is not a dense crowd. This is mellow. People were still showing up the entire time that Slaughter to Prevail played. There were people showing up right up until, pretty much until Manson played, and then they weren't taking anybody else in by that point. Once, I think, yeah, pretty much by the end of that, they were it. Five Finger Death Punch I was actually impressed with. I've never had a very high opinion of them at all. However, watching them live, that affected my opinion about them. But indigestion. They just, God. Yep. And I thought that Manson was the end, was the highlight of the, like the whole show or whatever. Manson wasn't the top act. Manson was second to last, so. Whoa. I wish I had more battery life so I could have got this whole thing. We're at 38 minutes in the video right now. Oh no, that's 38 minutes into our stream, not even into the video. 42 minutes in the video. That doesn't make sense. Oh, because we're watching faster speed. It's sped up. That was it? The way he looks at me like, bro, why are you coming at me like this? They're the headliners, man. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And mind you, I eat my words now because they were actually fucking really good. I mean, I didn't know any of the songs that I heard before we left, but they were good. I mean, they did a good job. So I didn't get any of those taped or anything else like that. But and the rest of this is me fucking around intermission for like 15 minutes or whatever. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Project Revolution tour. That was a wild. That was wild. That had that entire fucking grass, everything done. It was nuts. Like I said, just, you can watch the tape if you want to hear me tell that story. It's just me getting all of you telling more stories now at this point. My hair all fucked up. You can't tell I'm stressed out, can you? See? Bong, I told you. You can see what I mean, though. See how the entire inside of the crowd filled up, packed all the way up against it. This area was pretty well packed to begin with, but this whole section. Damn it. There was actually, we sat here basically way longer than Slaughter to Prevail even played, waiting for the next band, which I thought was going to be Five Finger Death Punch, because I thought Manson would have been the headliner. It turns out that my nephew, so to preface that whole story, my nephew's friend is a girl that works there or whatever that he likes. I don't know if he likes her or not. I'm talking shit. But his friend was there as a medic, and he couldn't find the medic tent. I'm like, so let me just drop kick you real quick, and we can get you to the medic tent right away. And then you get to see your friend right off the bat. And he thought it was funny. We all laughed. It was stupid. Realistically, he could fuck his own shit up without my help at all, so. How much you paid for that hoodie is wrong. It's been longer than that. Look at my poor hair. Oof. These fucking nerds. Like I said, my poor phone has seen so much terrible shit. None of it does any justice, but watching the reaction is what I want to see. I want to see how the people respond. And of course, now with the sunset and everything going down behind it, got super dramatic, was super awesome, right? And my phone dies. So then we have to pull it up with part 2. Let me shit can this one. Let me go back over here and find the other one. Next one, we're just gonna blast through this Marilyn one real quick. What? They're all waiting for this. This is funny as fuck. They had this whole thing planned out for this whole show, and I had no idea for it. I think it was this one that they did it. But yeah, the whole crowd absolutely enraptured, singing along the whole time. in the dope show. And it only took her like, it was maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. Maybe it was a little longer than that to get to this night. Oh yeah, I guess we're already halfway through. This is when we were in there. So let's go back through it because it restarted the video. I was playing like 15 minutes into it. How much did we end up losing? Okay. So look at the crowd. This is what, like I said, what we want to see.
Mic off. Mic on.
Whole crowd standing, just absolutely entranced watching what's going on. The show he's put on was excellent. And, you know, you would expect that as much. Especially from Marilyn Manson, I would expect nothing less than just fucking greatness. And he definitely delivered pretty well. Again, like I said, I think the way that they had the 3 different bands that were headlining kind of running this situation, or like, you know, the 3 different build acts, I don't think that they was a great synergy necessarily. I mean, obviously they sold pretty good, so it's not like it's terrible. But when you look at like the energy of kind of how everyone was acting, behaving, and people were very well behaved. Like I said, I haven't been out, like this is my first like major concert, I guess, really since post-COVID. I mean, shit, like before then it'd been well over 10 years since I've been to Journal Pavilion. Or in this case, it was Journal Pavilion last time I was there. Now it's Isleta Amphitheater, for fuck's sake. So it's been a long time, and I understand that part of that, it's like, especially how much the tickets cost, how much merchandise cost, how much everything to get over there. Like, if I wasn't given a ticket to this, there's no fucking way I could have gone. Period. It's impossible. The very thought of buying the tickets for this causes me such anxiety. It's unbelievable. But look at that crowd. Look how they're responding. And mind you, Manson is beloved out here, so it's one of those things that, like, you know what I mean. When Marilyn Manson comes to shows, it's like if Rob Zombie was coming, or Korn were coming, and any of these bands are pretty much going to guarantee a pretty good turnout. I mean, Korn probably not so much now. Five Finger Death Punch definitely had a really good turnout. Like, there are people that were waiting for them, and that's part of the thing. I think they were expecting, the crowd was expecting Five Finger Death Punch up second, because you had all this energy from Slaughter to Prevail. That's right there. But I think they don't want to... They wanted to put Manson right in the middle of it because it's more of like a break. It's a little bit more rest for the entire crowd, especially after Slaughter to Prevail. And then ending with Five Finger Death Punch. Five Finger Death Punch, I was really impressed with how much energy they fucking had live. They were a great live show. I love that tag. That's awesome. I got that and I gave it to my dad, and then my dad gave it to my nephew. So it all came around. It's really awesome. But yeah, by now night has fully set in. You know, the moon's all coming out and all that shit starting to come and look awesome. Camera can't really figure out what it's doing with life because my phone, you know, it has a hard life. And then of course I'm all geeking out and having a blast and having a good time. So it's hard for me to, I'm not worried about holding the camera steady. So I guess Manson, and that's when Sick Fuck had said that when he was watching, he had seen Manson in concert, and he was really upset with Albuquerque. He was on later and stuff like that. So I'm glad that he came in with really good energy and he was really excited for it. The crowd was really receptive. There was a lot of positive energy that was happening, so that contributed to it. I mean, obviously there were some, you know, drawbacks like anything, and it's hard to judge any of this stuff realistically because my phone quality is absolutely fucking garbage. And like I said in the first place, I was less worried about trying to get good sound quality. I really didn't give a shit about that, I wanted to see how the crowd was going to respond. And what are they doing? How are they listening to it? Look at how they filled out. Like, god damn, it's not even been 15 minutes yet. How much video has this been? Not even 7 minutes of video at this point, and that crowd filled out. And mind you, the video right now is playing at 1.25 speed faster, so it's a lot quicker. But yeah, everyone's having an absolute blast. And it's funny because, like I said, it was a lot of just listening. Everyone's just really listening, just kind of chilling, just enjoying themselves. Not out of hand, not ridiculous. No one's got, at least where we were at. Where we were at, everybody around us was extremely chill. It's not like any violence happened. No one's getting knocked out. You know what I mean? Everybody got to just enjoy the show, and it worked out really nice. And that's when that joke started up with us. We'd say Albuquerque, we'd be like, "Hi, Marilyn!" And again, in that same section over here, you can barely kind of see them. Everyone right now is watching, pretty intent, like, paying attention, like just really into enjoying the show. And that's one thing I've noticed that's actually interesting about kind of since the culture of people playing with phones and like recording at concerts and shit, which is part of the reason why, another reason why I wanted to stream this, because I wanted to kind of see how was the actual crowd responding, what were they doing with this. And everybody was intently listening, actually paying attention. Like for me, I've lived in Albuquerque my entire life. I've been around Albuquerque crowds the entire life. They're notorious. It's been a thing for my entire life. And this, for the concert lineup and everything that was there, everybody was so fucking on their absolute best behavior. Everybody was so well behaved. Everybody was doing so good. They were just enjoying the show, jamming, vibing out. Nobody was getting wrecked, which I was surprised about. So maybe in that, I'll be honest, by that standard, it was actually an incredible show. It was amazing. The fact everybody was, like I said, well behaved, well listening. They were doing their stuff. People were smoking all around. People were doing whatever, but they were keeping it low key and chilling and not causing a lot of problems, not drawing attention to themselves, not stressing out the workers there. So everybody was keeping it, just keeping it 100 the whole time. Nobody was up to no bad business. Everybody was mostly behaving themselves. And like I said, even during this shit, man, would you figure that would be like, well, fuck, 10 years ago, that would have been like a sick-ass pit going on right there. And it could very well be this, that the age of that is out, you know what I mean? It was different, like when I was when I was a pup or whatever, that shit, you know what I mean? You go with fucking elbows and shit, just straight up, wrecking each other and shit. Hard as fuck. And mind you, I've always been like right there, you know what I mean? I'm always keep at the back of the crowd, keep with some distance, know where you're at, mind your exits through the whole thing, be aware of it. So, like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna be like getting all into the crazies too much, unless we got a gang of people there. Then you got backup, in case something goes haywire. But there was only just the three of us, and the last thing I'm trying to do is get the three of us all fucking wrecked. And like I said, I was really interested to see how concerts have changed, because I haven't been to one since this. This is the first really big one since then. And so it's weird. And like I said, I've been to Twisted, I've been to other shows like that, Sunshine and things like that, but never been out here. I was having a blast. I can say that. I had an absolute blast. And the fact that I had a blast, and first off, I'm not a huge Manson fan. Like, in the sense, like, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing and put on a fucking Manson album. I've listened to this shit since I was a pup, so I know all this shit, and I'm pretty well adapted, you know what I mean? And I've dated girls that were all super obsessed with Manson and all kinds of shit. So I've seen it all, you know what I mean? And it's not that I dislike him or anything, it's just not the first thing I think of when I'm going to go put some shit on. But realistically, like, God, the musicianship and everything behind him is just quality. The fucking drummers, goddamn, all the guitar licks, everybody around it. It's very, very well produced show. It's just excellent. And being able to experience that live definitely made me a little bit more of a believer in the situation. It made make a lot more sense to me. And I absolutely enjoyed the shit out of it. See, everyone's phones come out. You see all the recording. And that's part of the reason why I picked it being at the far back of the crowd. I wanted to see what the fuck actually is going on out here with everything. And sure as shit, people listening to it, like, imagine. See, and then to have a song like this delivered and then not get a crowd reaction or crowd feedback is tough. That's tough. And everyone's just kicking back, just like, all right, what's your deal, homie? What's up with all this? And the old heads that have been here, you know, they're vibing or whatever, and they're chill, but everyone's just kind of just like, at ease. No one knows what the fuck to do. And everyone's just, like, you'd expect moshing or anything else like that. Nope, everyone's like, what do you got to say, homie? Look at it. Everybody just chilling. Absolutely just still. Even me now watching, just chilling, just stopped. And I understand, you know, some of us got old, but the vast majority of these people aren't old. I was actually stunned by how many people these people were not, you know, were much younger than I was. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then that got me thinking about it. I'm like, but none of these people are... And the people that I saw jamming the hardest was all girls. All the girls were rocking hard. I mean, yeah, me and Nick and, you know, Ethan were jamming in the back or whatever. But, like, if you look around, it's always going to be... And the girls were going hard, like, in some of the pits and all this shit. And other, they were the ones fucking each other up and shit. And I was like, damn. But mostly everybody was just chilling. Everybody was just mad chilling. And it's not everyone is all smoked up on weed or none of this shit. That's not even. Like I said, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you had the same show. That entire back section, everybody would have been smoking. Just completely lit up. The whole thing would have reeked like weed, the whole 9 yards. Not the case. Oh, there's a couple people sporadically around. A couple little things, but everybody just chilling. Everybody's super, super chilling and super vibing. Mostly, like I said, stunningly mellow. And yes, I do understand that the generation that grew up with this is old now. Like, I'm old. Like, that's what we're classified as now. So I get that. Look how chill everybody is. It kind of weirds me out a little bit. Like I said, I'm glad everybody was mellow and had a good time. I don't think that there were less drugs at this show. I don't think there were less people on drugs at this show. See, I'm not bouncing a whole lot, but even still, damn near everyone there is just perfectly still. It's actually kind of freakish.
Battery's at 20%.
Look how still that crowd is. Look how still everybody is. Is that weirding anybody else out? As soon as I got 5 of you watching this. I know the video coming through now is going to be high quality, but I know the video that this is, the source feed isn't great, but even I can see that there's no movement hardly at all in that crowd. Anywhere in here. Look at it. It is a great line.
Marilyn! Marilyn! Goddamn, John 5.
It's not John 5. They just look like John 5. It was a lie. I had to look it up. Actually, I was quite upset when I found out. I was like, what do you mean it's not John 5? You mean I came all the way to a fucking Marilyn Manson show and I just see the... And realistically, I was really excited about it because John 5 is one of my favorite guitar players. But I did not get that. I was like, you guys short dick me, you fucks. So that sucked. However, everybody that Marilyn had in, his whole band was fucking excellent. Well versed. They did a good job. They were all entertaining in the crowd. I mean, you can't see them great on this footage. I could barely see them. I mean, I can see them better with my own eyes than I could with this. Part of the reason I was hoping to get with the cameras to be able to zoom in a little bit closer and then kind of get a better idea what's going on, but I couldn't have done that with this. I would have to have shot it with just... I would have had to shot it as video, and then we'd have to watch the video after the fact, which probably would have worked out better for me. It might have worked out with better quality. And then, because realistically, I was more interested in to see what the crowd was doing than necessarily even the details of the show. Because at the time, I kind of noticed that everybody was sort of extra big chillin'. And it's weird to see everybody as still as they are. And I'm the thing that's moving most here. See it? There's a little bit of bouncing. But it's all just like fidgeting. Homeboy there was jamming.
Having fun, EG? Having fun? Yeah. You know, next fight, for sure. Next big time fight.
Long Water said, not a popular song.
No, it's not a popular song either, also. And he played a lot of really weird offbeat shit. Which, I mean, it could have been setlist also is another thing that affected that. They could have just been what they had situated for the songs that they picked. But like I said, it's just, you know, we'll keep going on and see if we're noticing the same thing over and over again, but it just happened to have been one thing I had noticed. And like I said, I'm okay with the fact that everyone actually was chilling and listening. I'd much prefer that. Look how filled in and tight that crowd is on that whole other side. And look how much space is around all of us here. It doesn't make any sense. But we're also, I guess, not in a great section of where it's balanced and mixed. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of speakers aimed at us. It does seem like we're sort of at the very, very edge of a dead pocket. Which, like I said, worked out because we were trying not to have everybody kind of be all in our business. It's actually a great spot. Ah! I love the hollering back. Oh, here it comes. They're all getting all choreographed and situated with what they're going to be up to. My voice is so shot by this section. I was having so much fun. I still am having so much fun. It was an absolute blast. See, here they go. They're trying to get coordinated. I have to look it up. Here they go. They were getting all into it. Oh my God, you're absolutely right. All right, I pulled up the video, the actual original video, and I get it now, and it's that was awesome. That was amazing.
You guys are the best part of the show. No one else got the memo, fuckers. No one else seen the video.
To my admission, honestly, I had not seen the video, so I didn't exactly understand. I knew they were doing the fucking can, and it made sense in the song wise, so I understand why Marilyn would have used that and done that in the first place.
That's little high school when this song plays. Shut the fuck up.
So I think she's the one that was dressed up like John 5. But I thought she was like without. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck anyone is, maybe. And I couldn't zoom in and see it. Here's Marilyn Manson. He's a drug addict. I could have sworn Nick was going to rip that fence out of the ground. He was way too pumped for life. They're all having to stop themselves from canning. Like, that shit's fucking great. They're like, we can't. Don't do it. Don't do it. I guess it's probably all the crazy marshals and everybody else are dead, because it's not like I first charged into a pit first thing. That was not my first thought in the entire process, you know what I mean? My first instinct was find the highest ground, get to the high ground, and then we're just gonna like check it all out. Mostly because, like I said, I want to see what the crowd was gonna do, because I hadn't seen a show like this live, so I didn't know what I was getting into. Like I said, when I saw Corner Lincoln Park, I saw people getting drop kicks everywhere. I mean, just everywhere. So never know what we're gonna get into. We can get back and just check it out. We'll be all right.
Longwater said, you need a drone with a good camera.
If I was to do local shows, I could probably do that. But like this type of thing, no way. They would shoot my shit out the sky. Of course, if I had a good drone with something like this, I could just, talk to the, event and stuff like that. Write up an itinerary for it all. Fly it over, get an FAA license and all that shit. And then it's worth it, you know what I mean, as a whole experience. But they also have like a full-on camera crew and all that shit that's doing. Like, you can't see it on those screens right there, but they have the screen or the whole show projected on those anyways. So they realistically could have like just output that video itself, which is something that they would consider. But I know a lot of times they don't want to do that because you don't know how each live show is going to be. So you don't know if it's actually going to be good. I had to make the joke.
Right, that was definitely a good one.
In this town, you definitely would.
Guys, thank you so much
Even watching this now, though, I'm extremely I'm pretty chill. Like I'm not super hyped. But like I said, I'm not a super huge Manson fan. The fact that I'm even vibing at all is amazing. Also, I was promised midgets, like, you know, half naked midgets and all kinds of shit, that was gonna be a thing, and that's not a thing. That was the music video, and it's supposed to be a thing, but I didn't see them. And there's no way for me to confirm or deny having had seen them or not, because the video is useless. The only thing that I'm seeing in this entire video is the chillest crowd ever. Like an insanely, unbelievably sedate and mellow crowd.
I'll be honest, I don't see any minions up there.
See? What'd I just say? Ain't no... A bunch of lying motherfuckers.
I don't see nobody. Well, don't tell me I'm streaming this because I don't want her to shut me down. But tell me I said hi.
Oh my god, V recognized me a mile away. She would charge up to me and fuck my shit up.
Oh, I can see better from up here. It's a clear shot. There's nobody in the way. I'm not having to fight over people.
Yeah, no, hell no.
Spot the house right now, to be honest. The sound's great here. It should be sounding pretty good on stream. But I can see everything. Completely unhindered. And this fucker's standing everywhere. I can definitely see Pat too, though. That's another conversation. We don't judge here as long as you're having fun. I mean, we judge. Most on how much fun you're having.
That's exactly it, folks. As long as you're having enough fun.
Absolutely packed.
Long water
Everybody
said,
is just
"Hi,
super,
Manson,
super,
man,
super
love you,
chill.
hope you have a great night. Love the stream then and now made my night face with tears of joy."
Hell yeah, brother. I hope you have a good night and you get some good rest. I don't know what I'll be up to in the morning. Hopefully sleep. And then I'll wake up at a reasonable hour. We'll get back to some games and stuff like that. I'm glad. Thank you guys for sitting and hanging out with me for this analysis. And, you know, just kind of a fun memory to kind of go over and kind of look at. This was a wild experience. This is a blast. I had an absolute blast. It was an eye-opening experience. It definitely changed my opinion. Changed my opinion on Marilyn Manson, changed my opinion on Five Finger Death Punch, and I'm absolutely sold on Slaughter to Prevail. I'm really upset that we barely got like the trial version of Slaughter to Prevail.
Oh, the light's going. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who had a plan to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas.
See everyone's phones and lighters and all kinds of shit come up.
Some of them wanna use you. Some of them wanna
There's so many like lights in the sky. It blows my mind. And it's really terrible because it's like now the scale of how good you did it in a song is how long is the audience recording what's happening. I was all backwards. All of it into it. Wow, look how everyone is just... They're just all still as can be. They're all just perfectly still. A little bit freaked out by it. I'm not gonna lie. Mildly disturbed. It's like I'm having a blast. I'm absolutely having a blast. So look at this freak. Absolute nut job. Complete fucking lunatic. The amount of chill that's in this image is unbelievable. Am I the only one weirded out by that at all? Nick having a blast is the best. That makes me so happy.
We're down to 11% battery power. We're probably not gonna last this long. This is not Manson, right? Probably not gonna get much five figure download.
And we did not. Poor Ethan's so exhausted.
I don't know. Yeah, when did that happen?
I got all jazzed. Banana! They said that is ruined forever for me. Banana, nana, banana, nana, banana, banana, nana, banana, nana, banana. I'm just absolutely jazzed. Fucking lunatic. What the fuck is wrong with you know what I mean? Are there really so few freaks? I mean, this could just be a local problem. It could be a money problem because it's so expensive. I can't afford to get to that show. If I wasn't like giving the ticket in, there's no fucking way I could have done that. Not any good conscience. I can't even tell what the crowd is doing because we're just losing our shit. I love it. I love it. I have no idea the words. I still don't know the fucking words. I couldn't tell you the words to save my fucking life. All I do is know is caveman bang your head. The fucking nerd special section over here, all weird as fuck. I mean, that should be the correct response. That's the correct response. At any point, if ever you're jamming Manson, that's, you know what I mean? Beautiful People comes on. You should be responding it like this. Anything less and you're doing yourself a disservice. And of course, if you're me. Fuck it. The fact I got to do that live with everything just makes me just so happy. It's just absurdly, purely, unnecessarily happy. Nope.
No. All
Mm-mm.
trash. Did you enjoy that one way, did you? No. That was pure trash. Terrible show. Terrible. Terrible show. Absolutely. 10 out of 10. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
No,
Was totally right. It was just garbage.
I got
What
absolutely
the fuck are you
completely
talking
sold.
about? That was fucking amazing.
I was blown away.
What are you
They were
saying?
so fucking good.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you see it? Do it again. Do it again. Oh my god. The fucking crack on that shit. That shit
It's
was
like
real.
freaked out my microphone even.
That song sucks. I gotta do Feed the People with actual Marilyn Manson. That's awesome. And you guys on the stream that know this, now you guys see it in real life.
You guys all got to experience that.
Well, we should get water, but I don't want to abandon my spot. You'll stay? Alright, let's go walk around. My phone's gonna die. No, Marilyn was supposed to be the first, but Marilyn was supposed to be the last, but the second last. There was 5 free death punches at the end. Which, I mean, realistically, I could just try less about. But, God almighty, look at the crowds. Look at everybody moving now. You see everybody kind of dispersing? With any luck, they're all getting drinks. Who knows? But I guess let's go for a walk and go get the drinks. I need water at least.
Yeah.
God damn. Your boy did some screaming there. Your boy opened up the pipes and fired away. Let me get water. I'm gonna run this to his phone, guys. I was at my battery charge. I thought it was my brother.
This is me lamenting at this point.
But I'm also giving you credit. Oh man, there's a mad people leaving. Look at this shit.
Yep. I'm glad I caught that. Because like I said, I wanted to see how the people moved.
This is a good goddamn crowd though. All these people are good shit. Alright, I'm gonna go walk with that water real quick. It's hard to tell how many people actually leaving or staying. What do you think, man? You think everyone's gonna hang out or you think everyone's gonna bail out? Where did your lid go? There's your line. On your lid? Alright, well hold the line then. God damn, dude. There we go. Life, you see that? I don't think I was enjoying that, unfortunately. That would have been nice. Boy, we'll see what's coming first. That'd be good. If I had any stress, I would have brought some, but I don't have no. I need no money. I don't got no. Enjoy this. Donate money so I can
Donate to the weed fund.
probably buy down for someone else.
I know.
Donate me weed. Alright, let's start talking. Water around here. God, so many people.
There was a lot of people that were bouncing out at that point. It was busy. It was nonsensical. There was so much that happened. I honestly can't believe that all that did happen as much as it really did. I had a blast. It was over the moon. God, I can't believe it's 2 in the morning now. I gotta get some fucking sleep. Closing thoughts. We didn't, like I said, I didn't get any video of Five Finger Death Punch, which is making me really sad. Because I was hoping to try and get something from them so I could be able to compare with it. Because they're the ones I was actually most impressed with. I had a good idea of what I was getting into with Slaughter to Prevail. And Marilyn Manson's been pretty successful. I hear, I've known a lot of people that gone to concerts. So I've been kind of briefed on what to kind of look out for and what's going to happen. And everything I had gotten about Manson was pretty spot on. I don't know if Slaughter to Prevail, anyone that I know has ever seen it. I didn't know one person that's seen them live. And I think they saw them in, I think, Colorado somewhere. So it's a very different scene that would appear there. But yeah, it worked out really good. Slaughter to Prevail, spectacular, amazing. I would definitely highly recommend and encourage you to go see them at your soonest possible convenience. And if it's inconvenient for you, and that's the date, then you make it convenient. Um, they were amazing. Next thing, the crowd response was a little different than I initially anticipated. I expected kind of a bit more aggression and a bit more solid mosh pits, or at least, like back in the day, you'd end up with several mosh pits that were separate, and then they would sometimes gravitate towards the center, and then become one large rolling mosh pit. And I didn't really see that develop or really carry on with it, and so that's weird. I wonder if that had an impact on everything that was going on. Kind of everything else I had complaints about with the experience are things that are unrelated to the actual performances themselves. The performances done by other artists were just, I thought they did a great job. I understand that Marilyn was exactly dead on with all the shit, certain lines and things that were happening, but everything was excellent, and it was very enjoyable. So that's a good thing. Alright folks, I think that's going to about do it for me though. I'm just going to shut the stream down. I'll see you guys soon. We have a very, very big day tomorrow. We have a new, it's going to be a new to me PC coming in. And I'm absolutely just over the moon about it. We're going to do an unboxing video. We're going to open it up. And then I'm going to begin the very tedious process of getting everything updated and loaded in there, ready to rock and roll, in hopes that we can be doing new computer stuff really, really soon. So, got to get new videos made up, new graphics made up, and maybe a few other fun little toys going through. So just stay tuned. I appreciate you guys' support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always coming through. Thank you for choosing to be with me through all these crazy riding experiences. Like I said, I know most people would be like, oh, you came to share a show, and I didn't. Wanted to share insight. I wanted to share what I knew about what the crowd was, and it makes me very, seeing especially that group of people that are supposed to be, you know what I mean, the rowdy ones, the troubled ones, the ones that could potentially be bad time. Seeing only everybody there that was behaving on their best behavior, it was excellent. And that's a good thing, but simultaneously there were some things I was a little concerned with. Like I said, you generally want to go to a metal show like that. You want to see people doing metal shit, because that's what gets the yayas out of people. You know what I mean? You go out, you're panning up all week from all the shit that you did at work, this, that, and the other. You want to throw it out and it kind of box fulls out. Well, safer and better way to do that, ironically, than in a mosh pit, which is randomized chaotic violence. But it's weird that it's not a thing. So, and I say that in the most boomerific sounding voice possible, because I'm somebody that has, for my entire lifetime, fought against violence like that. And having grown up a little older, I guess, and trying to look at these kind of things and make it make sense, it's one of those very real, it's one of those very real things that has to be considered. I don't know, you know what I mean, what that'll do with whatever. Because like I said, I'm not sure those videos are able to be capped or anything. I'm going to leave them up and then upload them to YouTube. They might go on private, or I might have to download them and put them straight on the Patreon for you guys to be able to look and see the analysis that I had, my reactions, and everything of that nature towards it. I am absolutely over the moon. Like I said, I do have a couple of complaints and a couple of concerns, but aside from the very small ones, I think we had I had a blast. I had an absolute blast. I'm proud of myself for letting go, for trying not to be obsessed over things that I can't really deal with right now, and just try and have a good time with my nephews. I want to thank my brother for giving me his ticket, for sending me along. I'm actually quite annoyed at him about it. I desperately wanted him to go to this show, go do this thing, and then he was just like, no, that's okay. You do that. So, in lieu of letting his ticket waste, I went, and I'm thoroughly impressed, and I feel good. Ironically, I do feel kind of inspired. So I'm hoping that we'll see. We'll see what's to come. I need to sleep and get some rest, I think, and I'll make everything else work out. So I'll make it to bed. You go off for hanging out. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your night. We got little things happening soon, so stay tuned, folks. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon.